and welcome back to Movies TV Mad. This is Movies TV Mad Live. You can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. Please smash the like button, share, subscribe, check out my poll. Who do you want to replace Ezra Miller as the Flash? Grant Gustin, 43%. Or a new actor, 57%. I would be smashing the new actor. But of course, I would be rebooting the DCEU anyway. That's what I would have done after Justice League. There would not be a DCEU stumbling about right now. The DCEU, let me give you my analogy for the DCEU. Are you ready? Imagine building a straw house and being confused when it's windy that the straw house falls down. You know why the straw house keeps on falling down? Because there's no foundations. And that's my analogy for the DCEU. It's a franchise without foundations. A franchise that was started with no thought about what they really wanted, which was a mainstream audience. And you don't do that if you want a mainstream audience. Leroy Kong, hello to you all. WB are full, so unfortunate for Ezra. Well, it's not unfortunate. The man's been intimidating and harassing people. The man actually should be in prison. Let's spare a thought for his victims, right? I mean, there's some acts that you can say, yeah, you know, Will Smith lost his temper. He slapped someone up. He shouldn't have done it. It was dumb, but it's forgivable. But the Ezra Miller stuff is, you know, come on. Innocent people are being harassed here, you know. I mean, if you take a restraining order out on someone, there's a reason for doing it. You're not just doing it for your own health. There are decisions to be made with the Flash movie. But the good news is Toby Emmerich will not be in control of green-lighting HBO Max content. He is being depowered by Zaslav. So that's good news. So I'm happy about that. If he is leaving once his contract's done, that's good. Leroy Kong, Lucas Till should be the new Flash. I've never heard of him. But, you know, this is very, look, the movie's been delayed. And let me explain to people what being paused. Anything that he was going to do has been paused, right? Listen to this. In Hollywood talk, paused means done. Abraham Herrera, do you know for sure, Mick? Could there be something more to it, or is he just an arsehole? Well, he's beyond an arsehole, my friend. He's been intimidating. I mean, there's a whole article from Rolling Stone, a very, you know, a really good journalist, exposed the whole situation yesterday. I read it out on today's DCEU Daily. There is no mistake. I can't just look past certain behavior. Leroy Kong, Lucas Till starred the new MacGyver. He played Havoc. Interesting, yeah? I'd be down for that. Yeah, he's okay. They've got a big problem now with that movie. Who's going to go and watch that movie now now they know what he did to those people? I mean, that's another question, isn't it? So these things are not going to go away. As I say, Rolling Stone is a huge publication. It's been around probably for 50 years or so. So, you know, this is true. There's no mistake. There's no agenda here. Well, obviously the studio set Rolling Stone onto this. There's no question about that. Isaac makes edits. Ten Hag to Man United. You excited, Mick? Well, I won't be excited, Isaac, until it's officially announced by the club. They're still in talks. Talks can still break down, so we really need to be careful. Leroy Kong, the Flash movie should be scrapped. It will be scrapped. It will be scrapped. Who's going to go and see it? What he's done, you know, Abraham Herrera, the Snyderverse is officially over. The Flash was an important part of JL 1 and 2. Yeah, I mean, what'd you do? He was so important, and, you know, it's WB. WB are not going to say, all right, Zach, you have him, because it's still an issue. But He did go and bring Amber. I mean, Zach brought Amber Heard back as well. Sorry, I've got a daddy long legs around me. But yeah, he brought Amber Heard back for Snyder Cut reshoots. June the 4th, it won't be. It will become the highest DC film. No, it won't, Jude. You're deluding yourself, mate. And good evening to you, Jude the 4th. Isaac makes edits. Has Discovery taken over yet? They should be taking over tomorrow and ready for business on Monday. That's what we're hearing at this point. So it's a very difficult situation with Miller because he's fucked up something huge. That you should read the Rolling Stone article. Don't just read the title. I read the article on today's DCEU Daily. Check it out after my live. I mean, my reading isn't the best, but, you know. Leroy Kong, Toby Emmerich should go. Well, listen, I was devastated last night, but I wasn't surprised. I did warn people, to, prematurely start celebrating. It looks like Ann Sarnoff's position is null and void, so they won't be replacing her. Isaac makes edits. Who is Toby Emmerich? Toby Emmerich is the chairman of Warner Brothers Pictures. June the 4th, the meeting happened over a week ago. They would have announced by then that they are letting him go. Listen, we've been told that all his projects have been paused. I've already explained that paused is double talk in Hollywood for being done, being finished. It's done. Paused. It's done. It's finished. Who's going to go and watch that movie with that man in it? It's a mess. It's a mess of astronomical proportions. Ayman Herrera, I don't know, Mick. Maybe the only one who is saddened by this, why everyone talks about Grant and recasting. This is a sad thing. It's a sad thing for his victims, Abraham. Not for him, for his victims. Jude the 4th, I will. Well, good luck. Good luck sitting in the cinema while the film you went to see isn't being played. Of course, I'm happy to be wrong. Nothing wrong with being wrong in life. But that's my opinion right now, and I'm sticking to it. I'm always saying, people are only human and they make mistakes, but this is serious. He's also an advocate of guns. Also bragging about having a crossbow from a film and bragging to journalists that he wanted to show it to them. Nah. He's done. He's done. It's over. The game is over. And WB have let a lot of his behaviour slide for a long time. I do think him making Fantastic Beasts and the Flash movie back-to-back probably took a toll. But that is the game. That's the game he's in, I'm afraid. And you have to be mentally stronger. Ayman Herrera, I get that. It's sad for the fans who had faith in him after the choking incident. Yeah, exactly. Even I defended him as that being an April Fool's joke and he wasn't really choking her. I don't know what happened there, but I was defending him as well. But these Hollywood nut jobs don't deserve our love and support. Do you know who I love and support? The characters they play, not them. Jude the 4th, you know what religion he is a part of? You don't mess with us. Yes, I know. The religion that runs Hollywood. And nobody else gets a looking for jobs. Yes, I know, Jude the 4th. Isaac makes edits. Choking incident. What? He was choking a young woman, right, on an April Fool's Day. Now, I assumed it was a joke and he wasn't actually properly choking her and it was a joke. So, listen, I don't know. Or as I call it, DNA, Hollywood DNA. As a minority, you only get casted if you've got Hollywood DNA, right? You know what I mean? June the 4th, that video was reported as being plane fighting. I know, and I defended it at the time. Hollywood DNA. But anyway, there's no defending it, Jude. And the movie is in stasis now. As simple as that. I called it out from the beginning of the delay. I was saying it, and no one believed me, as usual. Welcome to everyone in the chat. Please smash the like button. Check out my poll. Who do you want to replace Ezra Miller as the Flash? Grant Gustin, 40%. Or a new actor, 60%. June the 4th, I can and I will. The film is going to be released. No, it's not, in my opinion. It's up to you if you want to think that. What a shame, Jude. You may actually see a Superman film before you see Ezra Miller in The Flash. I win. I always win. Is there no one on this planet to even challenge me? Go away. Jesus Christ, these fucking bugs. So it's been another eventful week in the hobbling franchise that's been on crutches since the beginning, the DC Extended Universe. How hard can it be to make an awesome, epic franchise that all kinds of fans can come in and enjoy? How difficult is it? Leroy Kong, Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, Ezra Miller, Ray Fisher may be gone. DC films will be sadly dead. No, not if they just, you know, it's a bad experiment. Just start again. Jude the 4th, yes, as a leftist, I would take a Michael B. Jordan Superman over Cavill or the weak CW dude. Well, that ain't happening, is it? And yes, Val Zod is a great Superman of color. So is Calvin Ellis, but Clark Kent is white. Abraham Herrera, well, I guess we'll know everything soon enough because some things are about to go public from what I hear. In any case, I might take a break from DC because it's been years of this. Well, listen, I was feeling a little bit like that, but now I am re-energized. I love DC. And, you know, I will never stop fighting for DC. And I think DC should be for all sorts of fans to come in and enjoy it and not just one group of people. Lots of people should be able to enjoy it. The truth is the hardcore comic fans haven't had anything they've wanted since Superman the movie and Smallville, to be honest. The whole DCEU thing from the beginning. I love Zack's movies, but they should never have been in a central universe. Never in a mainstream universe. Leroy Kong, Henry Cavill and Val Zod should meet up. Wouldn't that be nice? But the extreme left don't want a white man and a black man standing together because otherwise how can they be divisive and weaponize inclusion and representation? Ezra Miller has fucked everything up. The Snyderverse, the central universe, because the Flash movie was tied into everything else that they were planning. So it's such a serious situation. Marcus Walker, the DCEU after November 2017 is like the family dog at death for door hobbling around that should just be put down to get a new one from the Pomp Hound. Well, yes, exactly. That's a great analogy, Marcus Walker. You know, I would have got rid of it after the Justice League calamity. But once they got rid of Snyder, they should have just said, once they said goodbye to Snyder, they should have said, right, we've split up with Zack because of creative differences. We're starting again. End of. Leroy Kong, I have to go back to work. Great live. We need the Snyderverse. Everything is fucked up. Take care, guys. Take care, Leroy. And, you know, we're the laughing stock of all the other fandoms. And it's not our fault. We haven't done anything to deserve this. But there we go. Every time it's 2 steps forward and 5 steps back all the time. Abraham Herrera, I think I'll go check out Mel Gibson's new movie to get my faith in Hollywood back. I love Mel Gibson. Jude the 4th. Well, currently we still have around 13 to 14 months before the film is released. Anything can happen. You would have to be mental to think they will fire him a year before the film comes out. Well, I am mental, so there you go. They've paused all his projects. They've paused his projects. What he's done is extremely serious. Extremely serious what he's done. There's no forgiving. There's no forgetting. He has threatened people. He's intimidated people, allegedly. It's no good. It's no good. Jude the 4th. Pause means what it means. Interrupt action or speech briefly. No. Not in Hollywood. I know you don't. Abraham Herrera, they also paused Will Smith's project. Exactly. The legend CJ, just start over. Us DC fans have been through enough. Exactly. Just put it down to a bad experiment and start again. It's simple. It's done. It's over. It doesn't work. Marcus Walker, I agree completely. My enthusiasm for the DCEU going forward was already shaky at best, but this was a devastating blow, and I just don't see a clear way out of this mess. No, there's not, apart from starting again. Him, Ezra Miller, and his people clearly were leaking the Flash test screenings and reactions to create some excitement with the fans so he wouldn't be removed from the project. It's obvious. This is how Hollywood works. This is how it works. One side against the other, trying to, bend and mold the public's reaction. Abraham Herrera, but how can a skinny dude with questionable wardrobe choices be intimidating? Well, I can't help you there, Abraham, if you don't get it. If he's gone into someone's house, room, and threatened him and his wife, right? It's easily done. How do we know he didn't have any weaponry? We don't know the situation. Jude the 4th, he's only 29. You act like he's in his 40s or something. He can still change. You like Robert Downey Jr., and we all know his past. Oh, yeah, with drugs. Who did he intimidate and threaten? Whose house did he break into? Right? You can keep on deluding yourself. Every time you come up with something, I will come back with something logical. The legend CJ, if they start over, would you keep some casting or just start from scratch? No, get rid of the lot of them. The lot of them. Put it down as a bad experiment. It's tragic. It's sad. I feel sorry for the actors like Henry, but it is done. It is done. You could actually rewrite Blue Beetle and make Blue Beetle the first movie, but cut out any DCEU references, right? Just make Blue Beetle the first movie, right? Let's move on. It's done. I love DC. I want DC live action to be successful. Let's do it. Harris Selick, he stole their passports and social security cards. He should have been sacked right away. Exactly, Harris. There's no defending it. Scott Edwards, what's up? What's up, Scotty? How are you doing this evening? Exactly. Harris speaks sense, right? There's no defending this. Clearly, Harris read what the Rolling Stone, a respected Rolling Stone journalist, said. I read it on the DCEU Daily. Anyone who thinks he should still carry on working. Abraham Herrera, no, I think Ezra has mental issues, Mick, and combined with the Hollywood lifestyle, he just couldn't handle it. Well, that's not that couple's fault, though, is it? Scott Edwards, can I send you an Arrowverse crossover article to read? Yes. Harris Selick, he young is never an excuse. Jude the 4th, is there proof to confirm this? People love kicking people while they're down. Yeah, what about the couple he intimidated? Well, you better go to the Hawaii Police Department and get the evidence that you need. He was arrested for this crime. How much more evidence do you need? Marcus Walker, I feel sorry for people like David F. Sandberg, James Gunn, and James Wan, who clearly have such a love for DC, but are trapped in a lose-lose situation at this point. Well, James Gunn's universe maybe could it be implemented in a new franchise or a franchise of its own. Balconator, I thought the Matt Reeves universe would start a new DC extended universe. Well, maybe that's the way of going at it. Jude DeFalk, you said that they was heckling him in the bar. Well, I don't know what they were doing. Do you think, right, for that, right, that's what I heard from other people, right? But listen, why was he arrested? Why was he arrested? He broke into their room, threatened them. You just heard from Harris Selick what he did. What else do you want? Harris Selick, look, Jude, how can you have any sympathy for Ezra? This is the problem with the extreme left, Harris. They're hypocrites. They're all about compassion and kindness, aren't they? Yeah, right. The legend CJ, Jude DeFalk, I was in Hawaii last week, and trust me, all that stuff happened. Everyone there was talking about it. Red Panda, Kareem Benzema is the best striker in the world right now. If he continues his form, he will win the Golden Ball. How old is he now? He must be getting on, Red Panda? I mean, the problem is with Benzema. I know he's doing well right now, but he's always been an in-and-out striker for me. Maybe that's just me. I mean, I'm not the biggest expert on football, but that's how I see him. Harris Selick, he's 34. Wow, yeah. So I don't want him at United. Don't want him at United, thank you. We want players from about 20 to 26. We want players at their peak. Like Jaap Stam was when he came to the club. Like Ruud van Nistelrooy was when he came to the club. Marcus Walker, resurrect Christopher Plummer to refilm Ezra scenes. Yeah. Oh, I loved Christopher Plummer. What a lovely, kind man Chris was. He really was a lovely guy. Scott Edwards, I tweeted the article to you. Thank you, Ronnie Dodge. Hey, Mick, right. I'm going to read out an article that Scott Edwards has sent me about Arrowverse. So let's check it out. Right. Abraham Herrera, I don't think fans are defending him. It just feels like a bad situation all round. He should face the consequences, but also he should get help for these mental issues. Well, yes, definitely. I agree there. The Legend CJ, they start over, have the Justice League already established. Well, we can do that here right now after I read this article. We can set up our own thing. Yes. My brand new DC Extended Universe would have Superman in it, would have the Justice League. They'd all be established already. And I think that's a more fun thing to do. You don't need to start from, you don't have to slowly build it up. Siesta Director, greetings, Mick. Who would replace Ann Sarnoff? Would that hurt or help towards the Snyderverse? Ann Sarnoff's position is null and void. I hear they're not replacing her and that there won't be a position replacing her. Balconator, I'm thinking if Ezra's the Flash becomes successful with the controversy barely doing damage to the movie, can I see Ezra still being the Flash for a long term? I'd be very surprised if you see that movie, Balconator. Harris Selick, Sister Director, Snyderverse is dead. Yeah. John, hi, Mick. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling a lot more positive, John. Thank you very much. Jude DeFalk, Arrowverse, low. Even the MCU is better than the CW rubbish. And I hate MCU film mostly. No. The first 4 or 5 years of Arrowverse was fantastic. If that actually was not a series and was the DC Extended Universe back in 2012, I think we would be winning right now. And don't be surprised if David Zaslav makes Greg Berlanti the head of a DC Studios. Right, this is the article. John, what's going on tonight? We're just talking about the same stuff. We're talking about Ezra Miller, blah, blah, blah. Talk about what you want, John. The Legend CJ, only good MCU show is Moon Knight. I actually liked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I liked Daredevil in its first season. Right, I'm going to read this now. Right, let's go. Is Kingdom Come next season's CW-verse crossover? By Michael Doran. Kingdom Come villain Magog is coming to Arrowverse. Canon and in live-action Kingdom Come could follow. Wow. In June, DC supervillain Magog will become part of the CW DC's Arrowverse canon, but whether he or Kingdom Come, the acclaimed 1996 storyline of his origin, are adapted to the CW TV shows remains to be seen. Scott Edwards, so you don't think the Flash movie will be released? I don't, Scott, no. But there's a case to be made if you haven't guessed. We're going to make it. DC has revealed the character will appear as the surprise villain in the 6th and final issue of DC comic book limited series Earth Prime, set in the Arrowverse continuity. Each issue of the series focuses on one of the CW's current shows. Earth Prime 1, Batwoman, went on sale April 5th and will be followed by issue focusing on Superman and Lois, April the 19th, Legend of Tomorrow, May the 3rd, Stargirl, May the 17th, and Flash, June the 7th. And then finally a crossover issue Earth Prime 6, Heroes Twilight, on June the 21st, which reveals Magog as the villain. Harry Selig, the main problem with Arrowverse is the 23-ep formal per season. They just reuse the same storylines when they get to the later seasons and budgets get lower. Abraham Herrera, I guess the only Snyderverse we left is one over at Netflix. I will focus on that instead. My best wishes for DC and WB. Hopefully they're finding a way. Balconator, would you like to totally reset the DCEU like new casting, no multiverse? Yeah, it's a fresh new universe. No Keaton, no Cavill, all new casting. Yes, Balconator. That's what I've wanted since Justice League. Yep. DC and Warner Brothers Television has made it clear the storyline is set in the canon of the TV shows. The specials are written by creators involved in the shows and approved by the CW's television show producers. But what they haven't done is given any indication the comic book series will be anything more than a fun print adventure for the fans of the shows. But by setting it in canon, the timing of the series and the fact Kingdom Come would make for a logical fit for Arrowverse live action crossover. The question has to be asked. She is the director. A lot of people are happy the Snyderverse isn't happening. I personally won't stop fighting for it, and it will happen in due time. Remember when the Snyder Cut wasn't real? I'll leave it there. Scott Edwards, why don't you think The Flash will be released? Well, unless you've been hiding under a rock, Scott, you should go and watch the DCEU Daily today. I read the article from Rolling Stone, and you'll hear what Ezra Miller did, and that's why the film was delayed, my friend. Nothing from the director, Andy Muschietti, since the delay about the film. I think it's pretty obvious what's going on here. As Elseworlds Tales set in an alternate future, the story stars older versions of all of the DC's iconic characters like Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman in a world that has seemingly passed their moral brand of superheroic do-gooding behind. June the 4th, people in the bar was being homophobic, though. It's no excuse for prejudice. I can understand why Miller would respond. They might also have been anti-Semitic, which is horrible. Yeah, so that's just a justification for doing what he did. We don't know that. You're just saying that to try and justify him. Creation K, hey, Mick, good to see you all again, live again, as always. Literally just came from your last video. Keep positive, man. Thank you, Creation K. Harris Selick, you need Superman for Kingdom Come. Keep Tyler away from that nonsense. Well, you can use Brandon Routh. He's Kingdom Come Superman. Harris Selick, Imo. John, is The Flash already done filming? Yes. June the 4th, it says it's all over Reddit, mate. Oh, it's on Reddit. It must be true. Balconator, low, I feel bad for Discovery. They're about to take over WB with a lot of huge problems. Yes, they are. Magog was both the antagonist and the catalyst of the story. He was a more extreme anti-hero, as was in fashion in the mid-90s. Those whose violent methods were embraced by the public and led to conflict between him and the new breed of heroes that followed him with the old school Justice League generation of heroes. The Arrowverse Earth Prime version of Magog has slightly different motivations, but his antagonism towards the current generation of superheroes remains in place. In Earth Prime, Magog believes that all superheroes do is bring pain and destruction everywhere they go, solve no problems, and bring the world no peace. So he had some supervillain allies plan to free humanity of its dependence on superheroes by bringing them to their knees and thereby helping society reach its full true potential. Ryan Dodge, all I'm going to say, we don't need to jump the gun until we get the facts. We have the facts. Go to the Hawaii police, Ronnie. Go to the Hawaii police. It's done. The message is held for review. Harris Selick, grow up, Jude. You speak absolute nonsense. No comment. Ronnie Dodger, I'm not defending Ezra, but clearly he needs help before everyone wants his head. What about the people he victimized, Ronnie? So very well talking about him. Jude the Fourth, you act as if you were there in the bar when all of the stuff went down. All everybody's hearing is hearsay. Of course, people are going to twist the situation. Actually, you're acting like you were at that bar. Marcus Walker, the multiverse strategy should have been foolproof and near impossible to fuck up. I remember when you began live streaming last year and how optimistic everyone in the chat was. But WB's beyond help now. Absolutely, Marcus. I thought it was a great way to try and fix this utter mess. And I thought we had the right people in charge because I'm a fan and I get excited and I want it to work. And again, it's just tragic. The storyline seems ripe for continuation in live action, and Kingdom Come checks several boxes for a TV crossover candidate. CS the Director, Mick, will you be joining us on April 11th to make Restore the Snyderverse trend again or pass on it? Just curious. No, I will support it. I always have and I always will. But at the end of the day, I don't see how you do it without Ezra Miller, and he's out of action for a very long time now. Harry Selick, Jude, the bar isn't even the worst of it. How do you justify for stealing social security cards and passports while breaking into a couple's home? Jude the Fourth, kill the Snyderverse. Balconator, I want to start a new DCEU with a Batman or Superman trilogy, like how it begins with Iron Man. Pattinson is a good contender, but I know it won't fit to the realistic take on the hero. Ronnie Dodge, waste of a hashtag, to be honest. Right, first, like 2019-2020's Crisis on Infinite Earths, the CW's biggest, the most ambitious Arrowverse crossover to the title Kingdom Come has instant credibility in the linear continuity and likely a fair amount of mainstream recognition, not just for its popularity, but for its critical acclaim. Abraham Herrera, thank you, Ronnie. That's what I've been saying. Let's wait for the details to go public. Just go to the Hawaii Police Department. They'll tell you. Harry Selick, the Snyderverse is dead. Jude the Fourth, Harry Selick, where is the proof? Where's your proof of what you're saying? Marcus Walker, did Ezra know the couple? I have no idea, my friend. For its last 5 annual crossovers, Invasion, Crisis on Earth X, Elseworlds, Crisis on Infinite Earths, and Armageddon, the CW has culled DC Comics book event storylines with built-in brand recognition. Next season will likely follow the pattern, and it doesn't hurt that because of its huge scope, Kingdom Come has never been adapted in another medium before. Finally, it has to be noted, the Arrowverse has always dipped its toes into Kingdom Come future. In Crisis on Infinite Earths, Brandon Routh, who formerly played Ray Palmer, the Atom, double-dipped and also reprised his 2006 big-screen role as Superman, but an older man of steel inspired by the Kingdom Come version of the character. An expansion for that world in live action featuring older versions of DC's iconic heroes. Can anyone say Linda Carter as Wonder Woman finally is right with possibilities for the Arrowverse? Scott Edwards, why don't they recast Ezra? Well, that's a possibility. Harris Selick, he was staying with them, which is weird. Yeah, that's very weird. Balconator, I heard that Ezra was having mental breakdowns and other things while filming the flashback. Then exactly. Jude the Fourth, you lot are really taking the words of strangers. Ezra Miller is also a stranger to us. We don't know him. Again, it should be reiterated that DC has made no indication its Earth Prime comic book series is a hint towards or a precursor to live-action adaptation, much less its next one. However, the timing of the series to be concluded and collected weeks before the start of the full TV season, the participation of CWDC creators and producers, and its now revealed villains certainly do make it seem like a perfect candidate. We'll be keeping our eyes open on it. So, very interesting article, Scott. Thank you for that. It wouldn't surprise me if Brandon Routh cameos in the finale of Superman and Lois, and there's a hint to this crossover happening, or they're kind of making up for no crossovers recently and just doing a comic book one. I think they will do something though. Harris Selick, grow up, Jude the Fourth. I'm already up. He's deluded. He's not even talking about how, he broke into their house and stole their stuff. He's deluded. Marcus Walker, Freddie Highmore or Nick Robinson would be great as Barry Allen. I love Freddie Highmore. Bates Motel, compelling performance. The one in the hospital as he plays the doctor. What a performance, yeah. I take Freddie Highmore. I think he's too good to do stuff like that. but I'd take him just like that. Ronnie Dodge, the only thing I'm happy with is what Hamada is saying for now. Alex, is there a possibility that Zaslav will let Emmerich go when his contract expires by the end of the year? Well, it's interesting, Alex, because the news is just saying, actually, over on Twitter, that he will have no control what's greenlit on HBO Max. So they are depowering him. This could be the beginning of the end for him. Fingers crossed. Jude the Fourth. How did he break in their house if he was staying with them? I got you, Mick. No, you haven't, because he wasn't staying with them anymore. I got you, babe. You're trying to, as usual, you're trying to twist the narrative. Not going to work. And I'm not going to keep on responding to you, Jude. I'll read your messages, but I won't respond to you. That's the best thing with people like you. Scott Edwards, do you think White Canary and Flash would be in the crossover? If there is a crossover, I assume so. CS the director, funny how everyone is allowed to say negative things regarding Snyderverse. But if I say I dislike the Hamadaverse, it triggers many. Hypocrisy at its finest from the fandom. Well, this is what I keep on saying. How did entertainment divide us instead of unite us? Harsh Khanna, is Ezra Miller 100% fired? He's been paused for now. Balconator, all the bad movies, the delays, the actors, controversies. My God, why can't we get a smooth DC Extended Universe? The Extended Universe is just a huge pile of mess. It is. Abraham Herrera, they were probably swingers and weird people like that because Ezra is some sort of bisexual, whatever terminology they are using right now. But he hangs out with weird people like that. At the end of the day, he calls the crime. It's in black and white, all in print. It's all factual. There's no defending it. No defending it. It's done. He's done. It's over. Don't worry about defending millionaires who don't give a shit about you. Honestly. It's done. It's over. It's not in our control. There's nothing you can do about it. He's done. He's been paused. It's over. Jude the Fourth, you didn't see the sneak peek of the Flash comic. Harris Selick, I can't wait for the headline of him being fired. It's coming. It's coming. Siesta Director, how did the DCE overall become an unorganized mess? Just wow. Well, this is what happens from the beginning. The wrong people were put in charge. They drove those people out and tried to fix. They tried to shine a turd, and the turd just got even browner. Harsh Karma, black shirt suits you well. Thank you very much, my friend. Some positivity. That's what I like to see. Ronnie Dodge, Zack Snyder is the reason it became a mess. No, Ronnie. No, Ronnie. That's not true. Zack Snyder is the only one who gave the DCEU a vision, an identity. Now, it shouldn't have been in a mainstream universe. He shouldn't have been put into that mainstream universe. That was the wrong decision. But it's not his fault. Snyder can only be Snyder. They gave him the opportunity to make DC movies. Who's going to turn that down? So I don't agree with you. Marcus Walker, if the DCU is truly dead, then I guess films like Black Adam and Shazam to our new cul-de-sacs. Jude the Fourth, Harris Selick, that's a bit reckless, mate. Wishing someone get fired from their job. Totally deluded. Totally. We should just let people do what they want, hey, Jude? Slap people up live on TV. This is the extreme left, everyone. Excuse who they want to excuse. They're all about compassion and kindness, aren't they? Harris Selick, absolutely, when the type of person he is. It's a bit like people who call out what Israel are doing to Palestine, right? We're all anti-Semitic, you see, because they get to use that word so they can keep on holding on to power. Harsh Karma, sometime back in an interview, Cavill said that Superman's suit fitted him well. What do you think about it? Well, it's an interview. It's a long time ago. He also said he wants to do it, but it's not just up to him. John, did you see on Twitter there is a special WB presentation coming up of their upcoming slate? Yeah, when is that, John? Creation Gay, hey, on another note, any thoughts on the new comic Batman, the Imposter? Looks like a New Year One take on Batman and shares an uncanny resemblance with the Reeves verse. I didn't hear about that, Creation K, actually. Sounds interesting, though. Harris Selick, Jude, you're so far. Sorry about that. I had to kill an insect. Ronnie Dodge, CinemaCon is showing their slate. When is that? When is I think they're just going to announce the stuff that we already know is coming anyway. I don't think we're going to hear anything exciting. I wouldn't get overly excited, but who knows? Who knows? Balconator, Discovery should just reset everything. Give the DCEU a character to build around like the main character of the universe. I can't wait a year or two without a DC movie, as long as it's smooth. Marcus Walker. Ezra always seemed a bit... Hang on. Marcus Walker. Ezra always seemed a bit odd, to be honest, and I didn't want to judge. But this is just whole other level now. Well, Zach casted some great people to play his superheroes and gods. Ezra Miller was always bad casting. No defending him. He fucked up, but his supposed victims aren't angels falling from the sky either. The world is full of fucked up people. Ezra shit all over his career, and that's that. No one's perfect, but he's been caught with his pants down, mate. End of story. Harsh Karma, there is only one DC web series. What do you think about its future? No idea, Harsh Karma. June the 4th, I can't wait for DC Fandom 2022 when they drop the trailer for The Flash. Ben Pottimeyer, Zach was doing an epic story with 5 movies. Ben agreed to play the part and die at the end. Still have a solo movie. That 5 movies with SS cameo. Then they can recast Batman like they always do. Anyway, what about The Flash? Siesta director Mick, how do you have so much energy for these daily live streams? I appreciate what you do. Well, I appreciate you being here. Well, I'm a very energetic person. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Harris Selick, that vid Ezra posted a few months ago made him look absolutely insane. Yeah, and the only reason we didn't question it is because of who he was attacking, wasn't it? So I kind of thought, well, quite right too. But now it looks different, doesn't it? Marcus Walker, are we getting a fandom this year? Has not been announced. Trill J, screw the Flash, just make JL2. Let Matt Reeves take over because they don't know what they're doing. Well, there's no JL2. There's no JL2. We have to start again. Jude the 4th, Harris Selick, yeah, because threatening those bigots fools is insane. Well, maybe look, did he have to go on Instagram and do it? Look, obviously the people he was threatening are no good. There's no question about that. Abraham Herrera, there won't be anything aside from DC years, so settle down. I'm settled. Balconator, they can recast Ezra, just not with Grant. I'm sure a lot of casual DC fans or DC watchers will be so confused. No, they won't be confused. Harris Selick, Jude, you're so sick. Right, I want you to calm down, everyone. If you're triggered by Jude, right, if he carries on, I'll hide him from the chat. But the best thing you can all do is not take the bait, because that's what he's attempting to do here. But if it becomes a problem, I will remove Jude from the chat, because I don't want this. And if Jude doesn't stop going on about this, that's what's going to happen. He needs to change the subject. He needs to talk about something else. He's given his ideas and opinions, and we've given ours. It's over. It's not a war. So please stop it, all of you, or you're going to upset me. Right. Balconator, they can recast Ezra. I agree, just not with Grant. I'm sure a lot of casual... Oh, no, I've read that. Harris Selick, no, we've read that. Marcus Walker, remember when he showed up during last year's fandom wearing a bondage necklace on camera? Yeah. Trill J, funny how I predicted all of this. Wow, well done you. I predicted all of this as well. Harris Selick, Marcus Walker, ha. Villager, hi, what did I miss? Oh, you missed a lot. You're going to have to rewatch it all and just get in the chat and talk about what you want, because I've got to read the chat. I can't get you updated with everything that's been going on. Sister Director, imagine this. Warner Brothers Discovery presents DC Fandom 2022. I'm sure they will have it. It becomes an annual thing. Hopefully something we can all enjoy from it as DC fans. Jude the 4th, I did change the subject. I asked if you've seen the new image from the Flash tying comic book. Yes, I did. When was that? Was that a week or so ago or recently? Creation K, hey Villager. Ben Pottimeyer, Zach set up a great jail story. I agree. So other directors can branch off and do their own thing. Zach set up a great jail in 2 movies. By the 3rd movie, they are well known in the universe. Villager, hey. Trill-J, I tried to tell you those suits from Discovery just wanted some more money. You're right. You're right. They're just basically, he's already bringing in some reality TV executives in. It's a joke. We're going to get DC the reality show. Ronnie Dodge, we're all grown-ups. I don't know. I'm not. Harsh Khanna, on DC Fandom website, there is Cyborg with different actor, but every other superhero is old cost. Do you think Ray Fisher has left? Could be. I mean, he's kind of has. Abraham Herrera, chat kind of busy today. It is. Whoa, man. Abraham Herrera, chat. Oh, no, I read that. Trill-J, Ben, yes, but Batman killed Superman. Killed, and then the entire Justice League dies from Superman and Darkseid. I think it's time to put evil Superman to bed as well, isn't it? Let's have our pure Superman back, yeah? I was watching Superman the movie today. That film just hits hard, still brilliant. Ronnie Dodge, what did I say yesterday about Discovery not how to run a movie? Yeah, you're right. I mean, I did suspect it, but I put it to one side. Yeah, this is going to be worse than AT&T. This studio is fucked, Ronnie. It's not just about DC or the Snyderverse. It's about everything, right? This company used to stand for something. It stands for nothing now. Absolutely nothing. But you're right, Ronnie. They don't know what they're doing. They're running. You're right. And I dismiss what you said. But you are right. You are. Trill-J, Mick, exactly. Yeah, evil Superman needs to go. The Injustice days are done. You can do an Injustice franchise in a corner somewhere. That's different. But not in a central universe. I'm going to open this sliding door because I'm hot. And I bet you those horrible moths start coming in. Ronnie Dodge, it's all about money, just like the Glazers for United. Yeah, because what's going to happen is they're just here for the streaming, to merge their streaming with HBO Max. That's all they're interested in. They do not care. Harsh Khanna, do you think or wish that Marvel and DC work together? No, maybe put some cameos. James Gunn also wants something like this to happen. Not really. It's not my priority. Jude the Fourth, you said that Fantastic Beasts... Oh, sorry, Jude. You went too fast. I won't be able to read your thing now. John, who would you like to see cameo in Doctor Strange 2? Well, Hugh Jackman. That'll be fun. Trill-J, Ronnie, exactly. It's literally Discovery. They're a big brand, but not as big as Warner Brothers and MCU. They wanted more money. Ben Pottimeyer, 17 viewers, Mick. I know. That's a million viewers to me. Marcus Walker, here's my pitch. DC in real life, a documentary soap series where reality stars are recruited and experimented on with the aim to become superheroes like Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad. That's brilliant. No, but you may be joking. This is what these fuckers are going to do. They're doing it with James Bond over at Amazon already. Jude the Fourth, you said that Fantastic Beasts 3 was going to flop. I don't see that as a matter of fact. I believe the film will make more than Morbius. Well, making more than Morbius isn't really a success. Harris Selick, Deadpool would be calling Doctor Strange. Ronnie Dodge, DC herpes, X on the... Oh, dear, I love it. Trill-J, I found that Batman gives off Sam Raimi's Spider-Man vibe. I think the Batman 2 will be the best Batman adaptation. Harsh Khanna, I did not like that they killed Polka Dot Man. What do you think about it? Yeah, well, that was his arc, to say I'm a superhero. Then basically it's typical MCU kind of director, isn't it? Something really amazing happens and they make a gag out of it while he's dead. That's what it is. Reno Jack, Reeves' decision to keep his universe self-contained is aging like a fine wine. Yeah. John, who would you like to see cast as the next James Bond? Well, Henry Cavill would be great. Ronnie Dodge, sorry, now I'm going to take the piss out of Discovery. Now, no, you should. We all should. It's a joke. I got excited. I believed in the hype from Zaslav, but it's bullshit. He doesn't even know. He's never worked on films or TV dramas. He ain't got a fucking clue. And he's not even bringing in someone like we thought he may bring. He's going to run it himself. He's hands-on. Georgia, yeah, I didn't them killing off members like that either, but it's still a really good film. It is. June the 4th, Idris Elba be the next 007. I wouldn't mind that. Ben Pottimer, do you enjoy X-Men movies? I did. Are you excited for Disney's X-Men in the MCU universe? No, because no one's going to outdo what Bryan Singer did in X-Men and X-Men 2. Forget about it. They're going to fuck it up. It's going to be shit. They're not going to cast new X-Men. They're going to bring back the old ones. Ronnie Dodge, DC Villains in the Wilderness with David Attenborough. Harris Selick, did you see Sam Raimi saying he wants to do Spider-Man 4 and it's possible? Yeah, he's bringing up the hype. I mean, the guy wants to make movies, doesn't he? John, I would like to see Henry Cavill or Tom Hardy as the next James Bond. I'd like to see Tom Hardy with Christopher Nolan directing him in a trilogy. Ben Pottimer, I agree. Abraham Eric, guys, with all due respect, we should make our peace with the fact that it's over. Discovery won't fix anything, especially now, because they won't think it's worth it. Let's peacefully step back and wait. Trill J, Ben X-Men in the MCU. Yeah, okay, bro, lol. Creation K, you know DC execs tried to get Bale to be in Batman v Superman. Oh dear, these people are not interested in logic, but only in taking a stack of cash. Next few weeks will be interesting. Do you know what? He probably read the script. Harris Selick, Tom Hardy would be great. Jude the 4th, to be fair with the Johnny Depp 5 thing, WB stuck with him until he lost his case against Heard. It was totally reasonable from their perspective to sack him. Hang on, Jude. It's okay to sack him, but not Ezra Miller. Make it make sense, son. Harsh Khanna, do you think that The Flash is delayed due to editing, shooting, etc., or is it just delayed so that movies that released before that sets to the old timeline? No. The delay is because of Ezra Miller. Because the production was a clusterfuck. That's why. Harsh Khanna, has Batman 2 got into production? Nope. Ben Pottimer, Snyderverse is coming. Harris Selick, knowing Hollywood, though, they'll cast a woman for 007. Goodbye. Good luck with that. Won't be watching. Trill J. Honestly, I'm still excited to see where DC goes from here. Could be good or bad, but it's still new. Ronnie Dodge, on the bright side, Blue Beetle starts filming in 2 weeks. I think they may need to rewrite that. CS the director, any updates on Peacemaker Season 2? None. Marcus Walker, AT&T just dodged a bullet of their life. AT&T didn't know what they were doing, were running out of money, so that's why they brought in Discovery. It's a mess. It's a mess. It isn't going to be what we thought it was going to be. I should have known better, but I was hopeful because I wanted to be. Children, I actually don't see Blue Beetle being good anymore. Why? Question K, Ronnie Dodge, are you sure? Yeah, we don't really know, do we? Harsh Khanna, will Multiverse of Madness be in 2 parts or one only? One movie reduced to 2 hours. Good luck. Ronnie Dodge, well, I'm just optimistic. If you lot want to be depressed, that's fine, but I'm not. Says the director, how soon until Discovery sells it? Exactly. It's a revolving fucking door. This is an illustrious studio with a great history, and it's a shame. True, Jay, because we're not hearing much about it. Also, you cast a Latino guy to film it. Feels like it's about to be woke, but hey, well, no, because the lead character is a Latino. That's why they did that. And it's about a Latino family as well. June the 4th, James Gunn coming to DC has been a tremendous blessing. He already has the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker in less than a year. 2 projects that are universally acclaimed. Creation K, Multiverse of Madness is going to be, tell you what, I'm just fatigued at this point. Yep, so am I. Harsh Khanna, will we see any cameos in Black Adam, or will it be kept isolated? Who knows? I think there may be something. Marcus Walker, if the Flash is canned, then there goes Batgirl as well, I guess. There goes everything, I guess. Look, we're going to have to wait and see. I'm not God. I don't know for sure. Just the way I'm looking at things, it doesn't look good. Ray Dodge, Blue Beetle is Latino, you moron. Read DC Comics before saying it's woke. Ronnie, although I agree with your sentiments, can we try and not be that abusive, please? Thank you. Let's keep the chat clean. There's other ways of saying what you said, but without calling someone a moron, you know. Triljo, yeah, but director is Latino. To us, what I meant, not a good move. Sorry, but it's just the truth. To you, not to everyone else. Siesta director, eventually Disney will buy DC. Thanos Mickey, like the meme. Well, I don't think they'd be allowed to buy them because of the monopoly and mergers thing. Harris Selick, I'm tired of the MCU format, but I have some faith in Doctor Strange because of Sam Raimi. Ronnie Dodge, sorry, I let my tongue slip. I apologize. Thank you. Reno Jack, are we witnessing the death of the superhero engineer in real time? Yes, it's a slow death. It's a slow death. Creation Case, yes, the director, never. By law, it's not possible. Harris Khanna, do you wish for The Rock, Black Adam versus Henry Cavill, Superman in future? That actually will be very big and definitely going to get tons of money to WB. I would love it, but it's unlikely. Harris Selick, have fun restoring the Snyderverse with Disney as the owners. CS, the director, I'm Latino and even I say Blue Beetle will suck, but I want to see the costume. I don't think it will suck. Ben Pottimeyer, Ben Pottimeyer, I don't want new DCEU like the fun Marvel movies. I like the movies are standalone like Joker and Batman, but what they are doing in the main universe is mediocre. I want it rebooted. I want to start again. The DCEU is a failed experiment. Dr. Sashisaka, Spielberg had predicted that the MCU-led superhero brew will go the route of the Western. The time is here. Creation K, Triljo, plus James Wan and a few others. Jude the 4th, honestly, WB and now Discovery are basically going to have to eat the bullet and accept whatever money they make for the Flash, whether it breaks or even or not. Reno Jack, also Mick, I watched Superman 78 last night for the first time in a while. What a great film by standard of that era. It has a great story behind it besides just Easter eggs and cameos. It's brilliant. I was watching it today in 4K. It's a brilliant movie. It's the best superhero movie. It's the first. Marcus Walker, Discovery will take over, prostitute DC for next year, throw out a few films, play happy families with WB, then sell it off, cut their losses and catch the next bus out of town. Exactly, I agree. Ronnie George, what is up with you lot? Cheer up. I feel like I'm in an AA meeting. I didn't know we were talking about alcoholics. Abraham Herrera, I think good action movies that are not filmed on blue screen need to make a comeback. And now that comic book movies have just a few years left. I would like to see a totally practically shot film. I think it can be done. Siesta director, if Disney buys it, no, it won't. Then we'll have a DC versus Marvel. Imagine the profits that would. It'd be insane. Just saying, yeah, they're not our profits, though, are they? Jude the 4th, do you think the Flash from the 1990s TV show will be in the Flash? He probably gets a cameo, yeah. Trill J, Creation K, he made 1 billion ones, won't happen again. With the confusion watch, there's going to link the entire movie into TV spots. And the confusion from Snyder fans will hurt the film, but 700 million at best. Harry Selick, he died in crisis, Jude. He did, but I'm sure they can do a past thing when he turns up. They can do something. Reno Jack, Christopher Reeve was so good at making the viewer actually feel something Very charming on screen, an element missing in the most cinema today. Yes, he's the greatest Superman, the greatest superhero actor of all time. He gave it everything, and you can tell. Ben Pottinger, DCU never had a chance to be successful. That's why people want that universe. The numbers don't lie. Snyderverse is coming crisis. Burn it all down. Start again. Forget the whole thing. Crescent K Trilogy. Who are you referencing here? I don't know what you're talking about. There's a lot of people in the chat, right? So when you're asking me something, make sure you actually put in what's happened, you know. Because it's literally a waste of oxygen. Trill J, Creation K, I'm telling you, what Snyder cult are causing too much confusion. They're lying about his verse being restored and making people boycott. I love a party with an atmosphere. Creation K, thank you for clarifying, Trill J. Movies and entertainment are dividing people these days, and that's sad. Harris Selick, Snyder Goons never fail to amaze me. Well, some of them do seem to live in a world of their own, don't they, I'm afraid. Not all of them. It's done. It's over. It's over. It's not happening. Ronnie Dodger, I want to see Henry as pure Superman, not whatever we saw a few years ago. My opinion now is, Ronnie, burn the whole thing down. Start again. Reno Jack, I recall you talking about wanting to see a Lobo film the other day. I remember thinking Jason Momoa would make a good Lobo, even though he's Aquaman. He has the look. Yeah, you're right, actually. He would have been great. Ben Pottinger, love how people think by starting over is a good thing and still trust WB to with decisions. I want someone I can trust. I want someone I can trust, but I still think they should start again. Ben Pottinger, oh no. Harsh Khanna, Batman and Superman are the two most famous superheroes. Even if you go to some remote place and ask someone about them, they would know about it if you think this title is not going to last long. Trill J. Harris, they're getting on my nerves, making DC look toxic and bad. Creation K, anyway, big question. If you could choose one director to lead the new DC project of your choice, who would it be? Chloe Zhao. I think... Go away. Sorry about that. Chloe Zhao did make... I actually like the Eternals. I think the Eternals is all right. She's the director. Who would be cast for Mr. Freeze live action? Someone serious but badass. An unknown. June the 4th. People have a short attention span, so that might actually be a plus. For example, people haven't been talking about Will Smith thing. Really? Ronnie Dodge, if the Flash falls, yep, I agree. Burn it all to the ground and get the right people. And yeah, that's not Zach. I think it's already fallen. The Legend CJ, do you think Zaslav will be a leader to WB like Bob Iger did for Disney? I did. Now I have my doubts. Harris Selick, Trill Jakes, because most of them aren't DC fans. They're just Snyder cultists. Marcus Walker, Christopher Eccleston as Reeves, Mr. Freeze. Yes, please. Oh, yes, please. Scott Edwards, would you like to see Kingdom Come? Try next crossover. I would. It would be awesome. Harsh Khanna, do you think Zoe Kravitz is a good Catwoman? I do. I think her beginnings are really good. John, why are you worried about Doctor Strange 2? Well, I think that I'm shocked that they've reduced it to 2 hours, John. I think that's a cause to worry. Trill J. Harsh, sorry, but really just Batman and Spider-Man now. They bring people. Superman has been let down both by directors and studio. Also work. Comics. June the 4th, Peter Capaldi and Pete Davidson are the best doctors. You mean Peter Davison, yeah? Marcus Walker, they need a fade. Jim Lee is right in front of their eyes. For Christ's sake, ha, ha, ha. Reno Jack, it's always darkest before the dawn, but with this WB situation, you never know because it keeps getting darker, lol. Ronnie Dodger, I'm worried about Multiverse of Madness. It's too short. It's not the length. It's the fact that they've made it 2 hours. Clearly, it was a longer movie. So what's going on here? We are in the middle of the most creatively bankrupt era in entertainment. These people shouldn't even be in their jobs. Trill Zoe Kravitz is the most accurate Catwoman, but she speaks out on problems in the world. I feel she's the one who added that woke line in the movie because Matt let them add in. Harris Selick, Sam Raimi never does long movies though. Well, you know, that was a long time ago. So, and I don't think it would be up to him. Creation Cave, I could get a director to do a DC project. I could see Safdie Brothers, doing a great job. Reeves cited Good Time as something that drew him to Pattinson. Sapphire Bros were behind it. John, not every movie has to be 3 hours. No, John, but it was clearly a longer movie and they reduced it. That's worrying. Scott Edwards, the Snyderverse is not dead. I think it is. And Abraham Herrera, think about it. We as fans are very frustrated and you only need to look at the chat to confirm it. The truth is every time there is chaos with DC, the fans become very uneasy. This is WB's fault. Harris Selick makes me feel better about it, to be honest. Makes it seem like Raimi had a lot of control. I don't think he did. Jude the Fourth. I used to like Zoe's Catwoman until she spoke ill about Will Smith. No, I'm glad she did. She spoke facts. Trill J. Scott, it's dead, bro. Evil Superman, nah. Scott Edwards. Will Batgirl be a more standalone project then? I don't know. I really don't. Reno Jack, can we all admit that attempting to connect a multiple film universe has been a massive failure and the self-contained films are typically better? No, that's not the reason, Reno. You can have self-contained movies and you can also have a shared universe. It isn't that fucking difficult if you know what you're doing and you get the right people. No, I don't agree. Harris Selick, of course you have that take, Jude. The Legend CJ, I don't think Multiverse of Madness will be a good story, just a whole lot of cameos thrown in our faith place. Yes, that's why I'm calling it. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Cameos. John, Spider-Man 2 worked at 2 hours. That was a long time ago, my friend, and that was meant to be 2 hours. This film has been reduced. Ronnie Dodge, Zoe was right. You don't go to an award ceremony to get somewhere to get assaulted. Exactly. Gotcha. Got him. Oh, for Christ's sake. Trill J, Jude, exactly what I'm talking about. She needs to hush on certain things. No, you're wrong. In fact, all celebrities do that moment on stage. I've let it go. Feel she wants to be bigger than she is, though. Disagree, Scott Edwards. The Arrowverse has done a solid job of building a shared universe. Yes, that's something I'd think about doing. Extending the Arrowverse to a new DC extended universe of movies. Ronnie Dodge, The Revenge of the Moths. Oh my God. It's because it's the time of year. Jude DeFall, Zoe Kravitz has a history of being a sellout and a snob to waiters. Yeah. Well, whatever suits you. Red Panda, I have a Multiverse of Madness doesn't have a story and plot at all, just action and cameos. Or it does not have cameos at all, and everything is focused on the story and characters. I think it's the first. It's full of cameos. Trill J, I've seen her dancing with Billy after Billy won an Oscar. I feel she's crowd pleased. I still love her, but then the woke line in the Batman, just no. See as the director, Mick, those insects want to join the chat, Lo. I think so. Marcus Walker, I wonder if Hamada will surface from his cave this week. The man pops up twice a year, then hibernates for the winter. Well, ever since he was called out by Fisher, he's in hiding. He don't want to answer any questions. Harsh Khanna, even if Doctor Strange is going to be bad, then also it's going to earn a lot as Marvel have immature audiences, just like in Endgame. They made for a fat Hulk powerless and story was not good, even if it was a hit. Scott Edwards, they can continue the DCEU without Ezra, but it's all connected. That's the problem. All these future films are connected to that film. Reno Jack, fair enough from my view. I just feel like it's all an attempt to recreate the success of Avengers which is not tone DC should be done to begin with. Trill J, Scott, not really him, and Rob are two DC faces right now. Harry Selick, maybe they can use certain footage from the Flash movie and turn it into something else. They may do that. Well, that's what they did with Justice League. Jude the Fourth, Harris Selick. Yeah, I do, Harris. Chris Rock is a tosser. There's a video of him letting comedians say racial slurs about black people. Only Jerry Seinfeld chose not to say anything negative. A class act. Will Smith was on live TV slapping someone in the face. Deal with it. You lost. This is what people like you do, Jude. You decide who's wrong and right. You're the wrong one. Scott Edwards, how would you rate the 6 crossover each out of 10? Heroes, John, Forces, Invasion, Chris, I know, blah, blah, blah. So, Heroes, John, Forces, Invasion, I don't remember that one. Invasion, Crisis on Earth X, 5 out of 10. Elseworlds, Crisis on Infinite Earths. Crisis on Infinite Earths, 9 out of 10. And Armageddon, 7 out of 10. Harris Selick, Jude the Fourth, you're so deluded. Welcome to the extreme left narrative. They make it up as they go along. They weaponized science. They weaponized the COVID pandemic. Trill J, Chris said the joke that the slap simple pretend word. Now everything has a consequence, good or bad. Scott Edwards, you have all the crossovers on DVD, right? Yes, I have actually, yeah. Jude the Fourth, Harris Selick, go watch the video, mate. I'm not defending someone who is racist, mate. Really? A black man's a racist to black people. Of course. Whatever you say, you're making it up. You make it up just to win. And you keep on losing because you're dealing with an intelligent man, I'm afraid. And you're not used to it, obviously. Red Panda said there is a chance Will Smith will lose his Oscar. I heard we will find out tomorrow what the sanctions will consist of. He won't lose his Oscar. John, do you think Final Crisis is still happening now? Not if the Flash movie doesn't. Marcus Walker, Ray Fisher is like the village nut who we all laughed at, but these people should be in their positions. Is aging like fine wine low? Yeah, they shouldn't be in their positions. Marcus Walker, not be in their positions. Ronnie Doge, oh boy. Harsh Khanna, do you think that Ezra Miller recasting is going to waste a lot of money as they will have to reshoot the whole thing? You know what I think? I would end the whole thing and start again. Android 108XX. Now DC Comics even made Superman's son gay during this mess, which was a dumb move. I would still keep Ezra Flash. Please no more changing. Ezra is messing things further. Trill J, Jude, let it go, bro. They're just going to call you crazy for your opinion, but I know what you mean. But nah, he's not racist. But he said the joke, take the slap. No, he shouldn't take the slap. You're wrong. The Legend CJ, if Harvey Weinstein can keep his Oscar, so can Will Smith. Good point. Reno Jack Lowell, Jude, you have an interesting way of choosing what's right and wrong. Yeah, welcome to the extreme left narrative. But I guess every chat community needs one. Do we? Jude the Fourth. Yeah, you do know during slavery times in America, there was house blacks called Uncle Tom's, right? That was basically Sam Jackson character in Django Unchained. And you know, that was a long time ago. That's something else the extreme left do. They go back to World War II. We must never forget, right? Well, I will never forget what's going on in Palestine either. Never forget, right? Where are all the films about what Israel have done to Palestine? Hey, Jude the Fourth, eh? Where are all the films, eh? Trill J, Harsh, nah, they'll have to keep him. Trill J, Harsh, nah, they'll have to keep him and pay him more and make him keep his cool. That's not going to happen. Scott Edwards, some people say Sarah Lance, White Canary, isn't worth to be in the Justice League. Thoughts? I like her. She's well played. Like to see her. Again, Reno Jack, haha, do we, Mick? You're a legend. The legend CJ, what the difference between left and right? I'm not into politics. The extreme left and the extreme right are run on hatred. The extreme left basically hate men and men in their 50s. And apparently minorities and women are all good, no matter who they are individually. And extreme right hate everyone else. Children Man says some about my wife's condition. What if that was his daughter? Like, no. I'm not. It's my opinion. He got the consequences. Well, did what would have happened on the street. He wasn't on the street. He was live on TV. It was a joke. End of story. You're wrong. Actually, 108 Android, 180 XX. Why didn't Zach profile these actors and check their history before casting them for JL? Jude the Fourth. Hey, mate, I'm a man of peace. I wish well on everyone. Yeah, you just trigger everyone, then you say you're a man of peace. CS Director, why are we going off topic? Let's talk about movies. Let's talk about movies. How so? You're a man of stupidity, Jude. Right, stop insulting. That's enough. He didn't know about her condition. Reno Jack, I support whatever people want to do with their lives, as long as they don't hurt anyone. Getting involved in politics is a fool's errand. Yeah, I mean, I'm not interested. I want to bring it all down, mate. I want the world to live without politics. I think politics doesn't work. Harsh Connor, why is Ray Fisher unhappy with the studio? Because the problems he had were with Joss Whedon, not the studio. He was part of the studio narrative. The legend CJ, Mick watched Dances with Wolves for the first time last night. And wow, Kevin Costner killed the role. He wrote it, he directed it, and he starred in it. And the film won multiple Oscars. That's when films were real. That's when they made proper films, my friend. Costner is a legend. Trilogy, well, hey, he's still got slack. Well, he's real for that. Ain't no changing for cameras. Real. Scott Edwards, do you think Reverse Flash should be a crossover villain again? Not played by him. Not played by Wells, by the original guy. Trilogy, George Floyd's death brought light, but also messed up a lot in the world. Android 180 XX feel like crying. I mean, why does this have to happen to DC? All that potential, all that waste, and that's part of my frustration. Android 118 XX. Scott Edwards, Glory is a great film. It is. Reno Jack, have you seen The French Dispatch? What are your thoughts of Wes Anderson overall? A great director, really is. I do like Wes Anderson. One of the few good directors out there. Harry Selick, although I don't particularly like Ray Fisher, I hope we see his Cyborg again. So do I. Jude the Fourth, I'm more of a fan of Tombstone when it comes to Westerns. There's something about Costner that screams derpy. I love Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner's a fucking legend. Ronnie Dodge, I'm getting kind of annoyed right now. Imagine actually doing the live chat then. Marcus Walker, I hope that the BLM women are chilling in their new mansions right now, lol. Children, Android, here's a tip. Stop watching the entire DCU and just watch the films that interest you. It helps me a lot. Yeah, that basically means I'm only going to watch 3 movies. Actually, these are the movies I would watch. Man of Steel, BVS, The Snyder Cut, Wonder Woman, and I think Aquaman. Oh, yeah, and the first Suicide Squad. Scott Edwards, if WB isn't getting rid of Amber Heard, they won't get rid of Ezra. Well, he's committed a crime, my friend. That's different. Harris Selick. Marcus, ha, ha, ha. This is Movies TV Mad Live. I'm Mick, your host with the most. 12 people watching, 14 likes. Thank you very much. Check out my poll. Who do you want to replace Ezra Miller as the Flash? 25 votes. Grant Gustin, 24. Or a new actor, 76%. I agree, new actor. Harsh Karma. Are Snyderverse fans going to like Ezra Miller recasting? Are they going to get angry? Who cares? Scott Edwards. If WB isn't getting rid of Amber, no, read that. Trilogy. Mick lied. Amber lied on Johnny Depp, though. Well, you have to prove that. Ezra Miller is being arrested for intimidation, aggression, and violence. Jude Fourth, I think Miller is on contract like Heard. They can't get rid of them. Yes, they can. Scott Edwards, they should just bite the bullet and release the movie. Harris Selick, wasn't there audio of Amber abusing Depp? Yeah, he is. I think it's inadmissible because he planted a device on her. Trilogy, they're both wrong. Got them both out of here if you're getting rid of one. Reno Jack, how's the weather? How's the weather where you are, Mick? 90 degrees Fahrenheit in California. Oh, my God, I'm sweating like a dog. It's about 25 Celsius during the day. At night, I think it's about 12, so not as hot as you. Creation K, I think that Costa was one of the... Yes, definitely. I loved Kevin Costner and Diane Lane in Man of Steel. Android 180 double X. I mean, the signs were already there about WB or how they would do if they have their own DCU. Green Lantern, Superman Returns, etc. Why can't we have our own DC studios? That's the solution, because they're incompetent and they want total control as a studio, and that's the problem. Trill J. Harris, yeah, trying to mentally control him. Get her out of here too. CS the director, Mick, did you hear Sonic 2 will tease a new character? I can't wait for the gaming cinematic universe to expand. MCU and DC are currently exhausting. They are, and you're right about Sonic. Very exciting. I have seen the post-credit scene. Jude the Fourth. Johnny Depp has like one really good film, and that is What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Everything else kind of samey. No, I like Johnny Depp. He does a lot of good things. Scott Edwards, I'll watch any DC live-action film. Trill J. Jude, have you seen Pirates of the Caribbean? Jude doesn't like anything. Marcus Walker, the extreme hardcore Snyder nuts are always angry. Harsh Khanna, do Ezra Miller have any disorder? His behavior is just very unpredictable and irrelevant to the situation he is in. He does seem like he's got something wrong with him, doesn't he? Ronnie Dodge, I saw Sonic 2. Idris Elba is so good as Knuckles. Also, Reno Jack, Facepalm. Johnny Depp has more good roles than Will Smith. Well, they're both iconic. I wouldn't put one over the other. And Will Smith's done a lot of good films. Enemy of the State's one of his best. Creation K, Jude the Fourth. Watch Donnie Darko, please, if you're old enough. That is. Jude the Fourth, Trill J. No, I understand that Orlando Wooden Bloom is in it. It would watch it for Keira Knightley, though. She's better than Depp and Bloom. Keira Knightley is the biggest one-trick pony. Trill J. Marcus, they'll be gone after a while. Bye-bye, Toxic Snyder praisers. Ronnie Dodge, maybe Ezra has a bipolar. Maybe, yes, maybe. Harris Selick, imagine saying Johnny Depp has one good movie. I know. This guy's just got no shame, has he? Android 180 double X, I'm just going to have to resort to the DCAU. Only rewatch DC films. Creation K, Donnie Brasco co-starring Pacino. Yes. Harsh Khanna, why do you think that the Batman is not doing well overseas? It is doing well. Globally, it's reached over 700 million. That's really good. That's an interesting thing to say. Harris Selick, bipolar doesn't particularly make you violent, Ronnie. It can. Different people have different forms of bipolar. Don't forget that. Jude the Fourth, have you not seen Pride and Prejudice, me? She's classically trained. Yes, that's what she does. She always plays the same roles. She's a one-trick pony, right? Reno Jack, Creation Case, straight up. And Blow is a top film for me. Yeah, I don't know why Jude has even come onto a channel that talks about films. He's not really into films. He hates everything, apart from one or two things. The geezer ain't even into films. I'd love to know how many chats he goes into. Android 180 double X. The Batman is doing well, but I would be disappointed if it doesn't at least hit 800 million. Creation K, Reno Jack. Haven't seen Blow yet. Thank you for the recommendation, Jude the Fourth. I like European films and indie films more than comic book films, mate. Well, you're kind of in the wrong place then, aren't you? Trill J, Harsh, the MCU released Spider-Man before the war in Ukrainian, and also when people went watching SM3, COVID went back up. The MCU milked the money and left BM to deal with COVID rates and the war. Ronnie Dodge, bipolar can make you on edge and also snap at times. I know my friend has it. Harsh karma, but Joker earned less than Batman in domestic box office, even then earned $1 billion. Well, Joker was a more successful movie. Forget about dividing it overseas in America. Forget it. It's what a film makes totally that matters. Harris Selick, Jude, why are you on a DC channel then, mate? Well, to be fair, it is a DC channel. I'm happy to talk about other stuff, but yeah, it's true, isn't it? Reno Jack, geezer is an amazing slang term that I need to incorporate into my vernacular more. Android 118 double X. Have you watched George of the Jungle? I love it. CS the director, we need a good zombie movie, not a remake of something like George Romero. Jude the Fourth. I'm a DC fan and more importantly a fan of The Flash. Creation K, Jude the Fourth. Nice to hear that. But this is a channel for DC live action, so please be considerate. Trill J, how is a film supposed to make money when Russia out here starting BS that matters? Yeah, I don't want to talk about Russia. I don't want to talk about politics. I want to talk about entertainment. Not interested. Politics are boring. Reno Jet, the Flash is going to come and go in a flash. Yeah. It's already been and gone, isn't it? This is Movies TV Mad Live. 13 people in the chat. 16 likes. We have a poll. Who do you want to replace Ezra Miller as the Flash? Grant Gustin, 24%, or a new Flash, 76%. Ronnie Dodge. Who's Russia? Never heard of them. Trill J, you can't tell him he's not a DC fan just because he thinks the Snyder Cult is trash. That's not why, Trill J. Open your ears. Christian K. Moon Knight thoughts so far. Yes, solid. Oscar Isaacs is the best thing about it. I have a feeling if Oscar wasn't doing it, it wouldn't be that good. Harsh Karma Trill. I think comparing SM3 and the Batman is not fine. Trill J. Really, because you're talking about Ezra Miller going to jail, that's not entertainment. He's in the entertainment industry. You got you again. So you lost. Android 108 XX. Which fantasy world would you like to live in out of all the Disney films? Well, considering that the Chronicles of Narnia is Disney, I'm going to go for the Chronicle of Narnia trilogy. Trilogy, Harsh. Who are the two top heroes right now? Ronnie Dodge. Daisy Ridley is back on Instagram. Oh, wow. Good for her. I don't know why people were bullying the poor girl. She's a really good actress. I love Daisy. She's such a sweet girl. And I think she did well in Star Wars. I didn't mind her character as much as other people did. Jude the Fourth. Trill J, thanks. Trill J, DC fans are bigger than Snyder fans. We're all DC fans. Stop it. Creation K, yeah, Moon Knight is decent. But let's see how it progresses. Abraham Eric, guys, do you know the name of a film where the killer kills the mother in cold blood? Then the kid runs away and then the father has to find him with the help of a mentally ill woman? No, I don't. Sounds good, though. Sounds good. Are you new to the channel? Have you subscribed? Have you smashed the like button? Have you checked out my poll? Trill J, I bet you all are bigger Snyder fans. Let's be real. I'm a very big DCEU Snyder fan, but I'm an all-round DC fan. Thank you. I'm being real. Android 180 XX. Are you looking forward to Rebel Moon? A lot. Yes, can't wait. It's going to teach Lucasfilm how to make proper space sci-fi. Ronnie George, yeah, people was disgusting to Daisy. We're all human end of the day. She didn't do anything wrong. She didn't do anything wrong. And ridiculous. I can believe Mick is a DC fan, but the rest of you, I don't know. Ronnie Dodge, I like Snyder, but I prefer other DC movies, not going to lie. Crazy K, Ronnie Dodge, I wonder what happened to her. Her agent probably told her to go back on Instagram and become relevant again, because that's what people think makes you relevant. Yes, and she could be returning to Star Wars as well, by the way. Jude Default, John Boyega and Daisy Ridley would make a lovely couple. Well, they were a lovely couple in Star Wars until O'Brien Johnson fucked it up and spread them up. He literally put two people of color together and separated them from the white characters. Now, you can't get more racist than that. That's the extreme left. Harris Selick, Trill, I bash Snyder on a daily in this chat, Imo. Maybe we shouldn't be bashing people. Android 108 XX. Imagine George Lucas and Zack Snyder team up for Rebel Moon sequel. If the first is a success, George Lucas wouldn't be involved. George Lucas actually rejected his pitch. Ronnie Dodge, yes. And also there's rumors there's going to be a Disney Plus show post Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, there are rumors about that. Good. Wait for everyone to be angry. Harsh Kana, Trill, SM3, not earned for it being Spider-Man movie, but because it gave the nostalgia feeling plus the biggest film introducing the multiverse. That's why it got around 2 billion. Creation K, I'm sorry. There is these scripts where I have Boyega to do in that clown show. What? Trill J, Creation K, here in New Orleans, you can't even date a good-looking woman without having a good amount of followers and likes on your accounts. New generation is trash. Well, I don't know. I get laid very often, and my followers and my subscribers are not that huge. So I don't think that's you've either got it or you haven't. Jude the Fourth, yeah, I didn't like that. He actually did that twice to Finn, and the Asian actress was bullied online as well. And I liked her. I thought she played a sweet character. Reno Jack, I am mainly a fan of Batman, like Superman 2, but the human aspect of Batman and the loss of his parents is what resonates with me. Fair enough, that's cool. Wow. So, in the future, I'm planning, not right now, not for a while, but in the future, I will be doing a 24-hour charity stream. Not now, though, not for a while. I want to plan it out and stuff. And I haven't decided what charity I do it because I want it to be a genuine charity. So it won't be BLM, for example, but it'll be a charity, I believe, that needs help. So we'll do something like that. Reno Jack, Harsh Kana, is HBO Max going to be Discovery Plus HBO Max? I would assume it's going to be Warner Brothers Discovery Plus. Abraham Herrera, never mind, I remembered it's called Finding Nemo. Oh, very funny. Trill J, Harsh, I love the film, but the story actually was okay, but not well. CGI wasn't too well. Either Toby and Andrew made the movie and also aren't made, but nah. Crazy K, crazy. Hope it goes well. Thank you. Ronnie Josh, if we get Ten Hag, what players need to chop? Chop Maguire is the first Mr. Slow, I call him. Well, I think at least 11 players will leave in the summer. A lot of players have got to leave, but we don't even know if Eric Ten Hag is actually coming. Talks could still break down. Jude the Fourth, why are you slagging off BLM, mate? That was only one chapter. Why am I slagging off BLM? Because they're a bunch of crooks. What were they taking money for? Why did they actually need money to stamp out racism? They were a bunch of con artists and weren't genuine about their cause. That's why I'm slagging them off. As usual, the most represented minority want to get it all their own way. Why nobody else gets any help? There are actually minorities that need money and need help. Reno Jack, that would be super cool, and I would definitely donate. I'm always bummed when I miss the chat due to the time difference and obligations. Yeah, it is difficult. I understand that, of course. Children, I'm going to cry if they change to watch certain movies on HBO Max after a while. Discovery and these other companies for you. Alex, WB, are you really killing my enthusiasm for DC? I was so hyped after Zack Snyder's Justice League and looking forward to optimistic future. It's terrible now WB don't explore the potential in Zack Snyder's Justice League sequels. Android 108 and Double X, what do you think of Michael Jackson? Do you believe all the craziness? Well, I focus on his music and ignore the rest because there's nothing I can do about it. Of course, if he's guilty of what he did, he's a despicable person. Harry Selick, 6 million mansion from donations. Yeah, Jude the Fool. So everyone in Bill is a con artist. I'm just saying, the leaders are con artists. They're con artists. As I said, what I said about the most represented minority, why did they need money? Where was it going? CS Director Mick, which is your favourite Batmobile? I like the 66 Batmobile, to be honest. Trill J, Snyder's done, bro, got to move on. Ronnie George, all I'm going to is when the BLM protest happened, I was disgusted with the vandalism of the Churchill statue. Yes, a very controversial thing, and a lot of statues have come down. But personally, I think they should replace it with a statue of me. Marcus Walker, how much of the money they raised actually went to helping impoverished black communities? Because I haven't heard about any change. No, they didn't go to anyone. They're con artists. The Del Boy and Arthur Daly, if you've ever heard of them. Croatian Gay, what are you thinking about doing on a 24-hour stream? We will do a lot of things. We will review movies. We will not just talk about superhero movies. We'll talk about a lot of movies. I'll write some stuff down and we'll talk about different things. And you guys can talk about whatever you want. Croatian Gay, Trill J, so Mick, ever going to give us a house tour? It's a bit difficult to do it on here. I'd have to literally I couldn't do it live because my Wi-Fi, the house is so big, the Wi-Fi doesn't stretch all over. So I suppose I could do something pre-recorded one day. Crazy K, what are you thinking about? True J, so June the 4th, you have any Flash merchandise? No, I don't collect merchandise. Creation Case sounds great, Mick. Thank you. Ronnie Dodge, maybe do a couple of watch-alongs on the stream. Oh, you mean for football? Talk about a game or something. Yeah, that'd be cool. I may do a watch-along, you know. Obviously, I don't have the graphics of the United stand or anything. When are United playing again? If it's not, maybe I'll do a Manchester United. No one's going to come in for it, though, because all my subscribers are into films. Renault Jack, damn it, you do live in a Wayne manner. Yeah, basically, Ronnie Dodge or movies. Harris Selleck, Saturday. Crashing Cat, I think Ronnie means watching different things, not just football on stream. Yeah, I mean, listen, we can't watch anything. We can't put anything on, obviously, for copyright reasons. I could watch a match and I'd be talking about that match, but yeah, that's a bit difficult because I don't actually have access to any football. So that's difficult. But what I could do is I could somehow watch a film. Reno Jack, Mick Manor, Jude the 4th, I'll come if in Chelsea FC is playing. Marcus Walker, I'd watch you read the phone book, Mick. Thank you. Trilj, ever gonna event subscribers onto Talk? Trilj, ever gonna have maybe one day when I work it all out. Harsh Karma, Xbox or PS? I've got both. I've got the Xbox One, the old one, and I've got the PS4. I still can't get a PS5. They're far too expensive anyway. Ronnie George, Chelsea in the mud, especially last night, is fun, isn't it? I do dislike Chelsea. Chelsea, Chelsea! It's going to be a blue day. Chelsea, Chelsea! 10 minutes, everyone. I'll take you straight through to 10 o'clock Cypriot time. We've had a good long chat today. Jude the 4th, what's your favourite Oasis album, lol? I don't know the albums, but I do know this song. So Sally can wait. You know it's too late as she's walking on by. Oh, son, wait. Don't look back in anger. Ezra Miller. Ronnie George, Tuchel was dissing his players. Don't blame him. I was kind of, what is the time there? 10 to 10. Trill J, Mick, you're like my dad, rich as hell, but still on a budget guy. Literally owns a Lamborghini, but shops on a budget low. Ronnie Dodge, Wonderwall is a classic. I'm not actually that rich. Yes, the house is big, but they are suffocating the Russians. If they don't say save Martha, they're done for. Jude the 4th, always preferred Blur over them. Oh, God. Reno Jack, do you listen to much hip-hop or rap music? I'm afraid I don't. I don't listen to... The only time I know modern songs is when I go on TikTok and the first traps are on there in their bikinis. Oh, I do love the first traps on TikTok. Ronnie Dodge, I like Stone Roses as one of their songs is used at Old Trafford. I'm a big Bon Jovi fan. I'm a big Bryan Adams fan. Rick Astley. I used to love Kylie and Jason. All that stuff. I used to be a big Stock Aitken and Waterman guy. Trilogy. Hip-hop is kind of aggravating now. I listen to rock more. I would do anything for love. Christian K. Classic music for me. This is the best music. This includes soundtrack. I love the Rocky IV soundtrack. Jude the 4th, lol, the Smiths. Ronnie Dodge, I'm going to Soccer Aid in June. Wow, awesome. I've never really been into Soccer Aid. And if anyone's a fan of the UK soaps, we can talk about the UK soaps. There's Coronation Street, there's Emmerdale, there's Hollyoaks, there's EastEnders. Ashcon, is Amanda Waller be the villain in Peacemaker Season 2 or something else? Maybe. Trilj, who in the stream is from New Orleans? Definitely not me. Ronnie Dodd, June Brown, RIP, bless her soul. What a lovely woman. Lovely, talented woman. Legend. She was nothing like Dot in reality, nothing, but she was amazing. 95 years old. I don't think if someone dying at 95 is a tragedy, really. I mean, she had a long innings, but it's sad for her people, of course. Reno Jack, which do you prefer, Bondrock Saints or Green Street Hooligans? I've never heard of any of them. Jude the Fourth, the UK soaps are the worst thing about UK entertainment. The TV series films are far more superior. The geezer don't. The geezer goes the opposite of everything you say. I love the soaps. Henrik, evening everyone. I think it's good that WB is actually doing something about Ezra. I think it's so strange that DC actors have too much drama compared to Marvel guys. Or does the mouse just hush it? The mouse hushes it. Creation, nice. Ronnie Dodge, a few years ago it was top class. Usain Bolt, Mourinho, Seedorf, Ollie Mers, Abraham Herrera, Mick, B. Will not. Trill J, Jude, stop. Creation K, Henrik, evening. Ronnie Dodge, unless you're the Queen dying at 95. I don't mind if she, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Well, I think 95 is a good age. Let's leave it at that. Henrik, Creation K, yo, buddy, what are we talking about now? You've actually missed the whole stream, Henrik. I'm about to go offline. Because I can't talk for much longer. 4 minutes to go. Wow, I've been talking a lot tonight. Ray George, yeah, she's not dead, just saying, oh well. Henrik, no, give me 5 more minutes. I'll tell you what you've got 4 more minutes. Jude the Fourth, Lee Sedux is the hottest woman to ever exist. Nah. Trill J, so in the end, all Matt Reeves now, right? Henrik, Ronnie Dodge, what's up, you crazy cat? Creation K, Henrik, give me rent. Alex, nah, Jude. Harsh Khan, I think that John Cena is the perfect person to play Peacemaker. What are your thoughts? Yes, he's a very good Peacemaker, yeah. Harris Selick, Anne Hathaway can have my soul. She's all right. She's all right. Ronnie Dodge, Wenger is the manager for the World 11 for Soccer Aid. Wow, that is good. That's a good choice. Who would have thought he would be doing that? Henrik, Creation K smiles, is the pay good? GB, so good. Creation K, Harris Selick. Okay, Abraham Herrera. Charlize Theron is what I like. Old chicken makes great soup. She was a very attractive woman. She still is, actually. Ronnie George Hodgson is the England manager. Oh, God. He's a good coach, though. Harsh Kummer, what is your favourite dish? Steak. Steak, chips, peppered sauce, some eggs. Jude the Fourth, Anne Hathaway looks like a primary school English teacher. He just can't help himself, can he? We should just pretend the stuff we love, we hate. So then he'll say nice stuff about it. Ray George, how do you think England will do in the World Group stage? Should be a piece of cake, sorry, USA. Well, England, whatever they do, they'll never win anything. Henrik, has Grace made any more videos about Ezra? Seems like she knows a lot, more than she's saying. I just find it painful with all this shit drama with my beloved DC heroes. What's she saying, Henrik? What is she saying about Ezra Miller? Reno Jack, who would win in a fight, Messi or Ronaldo? To be fair, Zidane would probably smash them both, probably. Abraham Herrera, Anne Hathaway has fantastic... No, stop it, Abraham. Stop it. Creation Cake, Harsh Kiner, Kryptonite Cake. Henrik, Marvel should come after DC. DC has best characters, best stories, but now Marvel is miles ahead. And people love that shit. It certainly is shit. Mauler plays Lego Star Wars. No thanks, mate. I'd rather look directly in that light and blind myself. Henrik, she's holding back, but he's having mental issues, drugs, alcohol, something like that. It doesn't matter. They're just excuses. They're excuses. Ronnie Josh, did you see Cristiano comment on Wayne Rooney's Insta saying too jealous, especially what he said about Cristiano? Yeah, well, maybe he's joking or maybe he's serious, but yeah, there does seem a bit of jealousy there. Creation K, when are we expecting this big announcement on Friday? It's not a big announcement. It's just that Discovery, Warner Brothers Discovery will be official. That's it. It's not a big announcement. Right, everyone, this has been Movies TV Mad. I'm Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives, please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss this beautiful perfection. Ronnie George, 2 have beef since the World Cup red card. Very true. Harsh Khan, Creation K, please call me over your home for dinner whenever you cook it. Ronnie George, take care, mate. Thank you, Ronnie. Harris Selleck, see you, Mick. Thank you, Harris. Thank you, everything, for the support. Thank you, everyone, for the support. You can tell I've been talking for a while, getting tired, but thank you, everyone, for the support. It's been a great chat, just under 2 hours. Reno Jack, rest up that voice, Mick. We need you, sir. Thank you, Henry. Mickey, Creation K, Harsh Karma, thank you. Thank you very much. Or you're talking to each other, fair enough, not me. Mackle Swinging, peace, Mick. Thank you very much. Trill J, Alfida Sane, Harsh Karma, Henry Cavill, Superman 2, right? Henry, get the vodka, Mickey, Ricky, baby. Right, see you all until we see each other again. Goodbye. Au revoir. Alfie the same. Thank you. It's been a great chat. Had a lot of fun tonight. See you again soon. Henry, Mickey, Ricky, Superman, Creation K. Remember, with great power, hope in DC comes great responsibility. Thank you. Reno Jack, Judge Judy never says goodbye. He hates all of us, lol. Judge Judy never says goodbye. Okay, see you later on that note. See you later.